almost to the Kansas border. We been driving all night. Bont's a little bit ahead of me, so he's farther west into the zone you can shoot two birds in. I'm just crossing the line, and it's almost time. Turkeys might be thinking about gobbling, and I realized that there's a little piece of stake ground I could probably get in just about the time birds are hitting the ground, so I'm gonna go for it. Figure I don't have anything to lose, just maybe a little bit of time, that's it. But I got enough time. Welcome to Kansas.
I've been in Kansas maybe 30 minutes. Just heard my first gobble. Sound in the back corner is along this little creek bottom. I'm gonna get in these woods, come up this draw, see if I can get a little closer to him before I try to strike him up. Yeah. I found him. Property line. Pretty green field behind there. He's back there with 4 or 5 hens. He's strutting. One gobbling, and they're working away from me really fast. This was just a crapshoot anyway. I'm really not worried about it, so I'm not going to waste time on him. I'm going to get over to where I want it done. I might drive around a little bit, see if I can find another bird. But I heard a gobble, saw a turkey. That's pretty good start in Kansas, I think.
Roosted a bird last night. I got a creek bottom. He's actually just up on a private land, but he's within 100 yards of that border. I don't know which way they're going to follow the creek. I don't, like, on the sign as far as the road, it doesn't look like many people have hunted this spot yet. I mean, I'm not seeing anywhere where a truck's pulled off, so that could be a good thing. They may be fairly undisturbed. There was a group of gobblers yesterday across the road from me on a public piece that I wanted to hunt yesterday, but there was a guy already on them. I came back right at dark, hoping to put them to bed, and I wanted to start there this morning. And as I was out by the road listening, and some guys parked at the other spot, went in and hunted. I never heard those birds gobble, so then I came over here, and this bird was gobbling pretty good.
Well, got my first Kansas gobbler. Didn't do exactly what I anticipated to do, but had a lot of action this morning. It was a pretty good hunt, and I felt good about it. He was coming in. He was the lead bird out of a pair. He just looked real big. I swore up and down it was a Tom. He's not. But that's alright. Was sitting for over an hour, not being able to go get the bird because I had other turkeys around me. I had a group of hens go right down the field edge, and group ended up being jakes. Shoot, there had to been 7-8 jakes in it. They actually came down on this side of me. I had a shot at one of them, but I really wanted to see a beard. It was still fun. It was a lot of fun. But we're gonna have to go find a bigger one. Bird gobbling, like way out there. So I'm gonna keep following this creek. Try to get up along level with him. I think he's way out in the middle. Alright, I just struck one. crazy. I had struck a bird working up this creek bottom. It gobbles. It sounds like it goes a bit off. And I started to come around this rise, and I realized how open it was, and I saw 2 deer that were right there. So it's like, if I go any farther, I'm going to bump the deer. They're going to go into the turkeys. I'm going to be done. Well, I backed up. I sit down in the shadiest spot I could see. The sun's right over top. There's not much shade in here, and there wasn't much. And I'd popped the camera up and recorded it. Just started talking to the camera. Try to explain what I got going on. And I mean, I barely finish what I'm saying. I turn around, and he's standing right there. It's like, oh my God. I mean, he just popped out above that rise. I guess he was closer than I thought he was, because he did that quick. And I'm just stuck there. And of course, he's got me. I mean, I could have dusted him, but I'm a little unnerving about shooting a bird right now, because I didn't look for a beard on the first one this morning. Didn't want to do the same thing again. And as he's walking away, I'm pretty sure it was a Jake, but I'm not positive.
All right, good morning. In Kansas again, still. And I don't have a bead on one. It didn't gobble last night that I could hear, but it was really windy. So I'm gonna assume they're somewhere along this creek bottom. A good bit of turkey sign in there. Saw when I went in there yesterday, saw 2 hens and at least 2 gobblers. One gobbled, almost killed him. I couldn't see a beard. So I think it has good potential. Wind's gonna pick up later, but first thing, it shouldn't be too awful bad. We're gonna roll with it. Didn't hunt much yesterday afternoon. I think I only hunted till like 2 o'clock and stopped to cook lunch, and then the guys from THP were kind enough to invite us on their podcast. So kind of got to a place where I had signal and did the podcast with them, but I stepped out of the truck right in time to should have been able to hear one on the roost, and I did not. So we'll give it a go anyway, like we have another option.
Middle of nowhere. And a bird way over this field. Way out there. He's gobbled a couple times. He's answered me a couple times. So I'm gonna go up this draw. There's a hill. I think he's over the hill. I'm gonna be walking across the middle of this cornfield, but no other way. He's not around anything. So hopefully I can hide behind this hill. Get to where I can call this joker in. For this trip, I bought tags in Kansas, South Dakota, Wyoming, and Montana. Now, I only have so many days. I think I had 12 days off, so Factor in a day traveled each way. And I don't have a whole hell of a lot of time. So this is the third day in Kansas. And I'm thinking here. I shot my bird. It was a Jake. And I'm happy with that. Wanted to kill 2. And I feel like there's good opportunity here to do such. But at the same time, I don't want to waste opportunity in my other states that I already paid for. Trying to kill 2 birds here when I could be moving on. So, after some heavy thought, I think I'm going to finish this out in the morning. See if I can get one. But by 1, 2 o'clock this afternoon, I need to be driving to South Dakota. So that's my game plan.